Hello everybody and welcome back to a long overdue episode of LOB Cast Wrestling, your fortnightly dose of wrestling goodness with me, the voice of reason, Dave Stevens, and of course, he is the man of the hour, he is the tower of power, it's Lee Hazel.
Hello, Dave.
Hello.
This was very energetic.
It was.
Yeah.
I need to be energetic because I'm going to whinge about wrestling.
Yeah, no, I don't think we've got some things to be enthusiastic for, but as far as the thing we're supposed to be enthusiastic for at this time of year, we're struggling with it a bit, aren't we?
We are. I mean, it's sad because unfortunately we missed our Royal Rumble episode because I was very sick. I had the man flu.
Dave never cancels stuff like this for anything. I swear to God, he wanted to do a round of D&D while he was coughing up a lung.
I know. So, but I'm all better now. But we're going to get into. I mean, we won't go into in depth on the Royal Rumble. I mean, not that we would have gone in depth on the Royal Rumble on the Royal Rumble show because it was only 4 matches long.
Yeah, I mean, and to be fair, the Royal Rumble is probably the most difficult match to talk about on the entire wrestling character because it's 30 people.
Yeah, I mean, in short, I really enjoyed the Royal Rumble. I haven't enjoyed anything since. Anyway, let's get some. Should we? But I've been holding on to this beer for like 4 weeks now.
Yeah,
because I bought this in preparation of the next one. So I've bought some beer. So I'm going to get the beer out and then I'll explain because this is award-winning beer. This is award-winning beer. So I'm going to get it out.
He ain't said what award, so I'm feeling slightly nervous.
It is called Rheinbacher Premium Pilsner.
Oh my God.
It's a German beer. Me and the wife were shopping in Aldi. We tried out an Aldi. So I'm going to give you that. Oh, they're very nice.
This looks incredible.
So let's get them. Now, before we open it and actually drink it, I couldn't get the phone up.
This looks like money in a can.
Well, these were £4.19 a four, so it's not too bad. So I splashed a bit, normally from the cheap shop. But this is International Beer Challenge Awards 2025 silver.
Ooh.
So they got the silver place in the International Beer Challenge Awards, whatever the fuck they are. Right? So technically it's our first award-winning beer.
I genuinely thought the award that this beer would have won is like the award for the beer that most tastes like piss.
Well, it could still be the beer that most tastes like piss. So let's have a taste. This is a German Pilsner.
Cheers.
It's called Rheinbacher Premium.
Rheinbacher.
Cheers.
Oh.
So.
Oh, that is lovely.
Oh, that is a nice beer.
Oh, that is lovely. You can always tell when the beer's going to be good because it sounds like a Bond villain. Rheinbacher.
Mr. Bond. Which is I, Sidney Rheinbacher.
You expect me to talk? No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to drink.
I expect you to die. Choke on your beer. Anyway, right. So that is Rheinbacher. That's quite nice. I might buy that again. Well, there is because we've started shopping in the old Aldi. There's a new Aldi, Daniel Kent Road. So I went in there and I saw all these German lagers and stuff. And I thought, I'll get some.
Oh yeah, of course. Aldi is German, isn't it? Yeah, no, I am. I visit there occasionally if I go on my yearly trip to Cologne at this point.
Oh, that is. I like that.
Yeah,
that's a proper beer.
Yeah, that is definitely what you want beer to taste like.
Yeah. I mean, I'm getting a bit of a tinny aftertaste. I don't know if that's because it's out of a can.
It's out of a can,
but maybe if that was on a draft beer or something, it's quite strong as well, 4.5.
If we were drinking this like gentlemen, that wouldn't be a problem. We'd be up. If you want a glass, I can go downstairs and provide you with one.
The tin's already tainted it. I've already tasted the taint.
You've already tasted the taint.
I've already had some of the taint.
Oh my God! Oh Christ! Let's talk about wrestling for the love of God. People are going to tune out.
Anyway, wrestling. What do you want to talk about, Dave?
Right. So I think the things. Well, you've showed me the thumbnail, so we've got to build up expectation.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, we've passed the Rumble. We've got our main events for Wrestlemania and Revolution, so we're well on the way to probably two of our what we assume would be the biggest shows of the year. Because Revolution, I mean, apart from All In, I think Revolution normally is AEW's
biggest show.
It's normally its best show.
Yeah, so it was supposed to be Double or Nothing. For years and years, they were like, "Oh, Double or Nothing. That's the first show we've ever done, so that's the show we wanted to be the biggest show." Unfortunately, the pandemic hit just at the point where they were going to do their second ever Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
So that was unfortunately something that derailed the idea that Double or Nothing's like their WrestleMania. For years after that, a lot of people would have told you that Revolution or All Out, and at this point, All In being a stadium show that is now always in a stadium, whether it's in the UK, whether it's in America, that's probably their biggest show, and I think they really need to start pivoting towards that as it. But I think if it weren't for the fact that it is always on at the same time around WrestleMania, I get the feeling they would have made Revolution their biggest show of the year.
Yeah. I think so. I mean, it's not the biggest show, but it always seems to have the best matches. I mean, if you look at AEW in the last few years, well, pretty much every year since it's been going, normally it's one of its top 3 matches has been from a Revolution show.
Absolutely. Hangman and Kenny versus the Bucks.
Yeah,
that was the original setup.
That was in Pandemic, wasn't it? That was a Pandemic one.
I think it was. No.
Or was that the one just before the pandemic?
That was before everything shut down.
But even that show had Pac versus Orange Cassidy as well, didn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I remember that one very well because that is one of my absolute favourites.
Yeah, it's great. And didn't Revolution have Sting's retirement?
Yes, that was a few years later. Yeah.
Was on a Revolution show.
Yeah.
And of course, our LOB Cast Wrestling match of the year was a Revolution
cage match. Carl Fletcher versus Will Ospreay.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I mean. So normally, it does have like one of the best matches of the year, or if not many of them. So,
well, I'll tell you what. Then, while we're talking about Carl Fletcher, he's had a couple of incredible matches the last couple of weeks.
He really has.
One on Dynamite and the other on the show that I think we should probably start talking about, which is Grand Slam Australia.
Grand Slam, yeah.
Grand Slam. To me, for a lot of people I've found out, they actually just think of this as like, just a really good episode of Collision. But I was like, this kind of felt to me like it was almost like a pay-per-view on TV.
Well, normally when they have the Grand Slams, they normally are pay-per-view level big, aren't they?
Yeah.
But I mean, we've had a great few episodes of AEW television this past go. Because I mean, to be honest, I'm a bit fuzzy on which was on which show, to be honest. But I'll try and remember Grand Slam. But we had Carl Fletcher versus Briscoe on this show.
Yep.
Which was fantastic.
Absolutely fantastic.
We had Carl Fletcher versus Tommaso Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa's signed with AEW since our last podcast.
Tommaso Ciampa. My God, where have you been?
What
for
a
the
great
last
few
5
matches
years?
he's had.
Yeah.
And that match he had with Carl Fletcher was probably the best match of the year so far.
Yeah, that is the best. That is my top match of the year so far. Absolutely.
Yeah. We've had that. We've had what was the strap match on? That was on
the strap match.
Dynamite on it.
Yeah, that was Tekla versus Chris Statlander.
Another great match.
That was brutal, and also, I think Tekla is maybe the best heel in the company right now.
Yeah.
The way she won that championship off of Statlander and the way she bragged about it afterwards. Oh, I wanted to put me hand through the TV screen and strangle her.
And then we've also had the old Brody King MJF little storyline.
Yep, Brody King.
We had
MJF.
We had a great match with them, and we had a great squash match which preceded this.
Yes,
which was good fun.
Some people have been down on the MJF Brody King match because they think it had a bit of a downer ending, but I actually really enjoyed that ending.
What, the actual match?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought that was a more realistic way of ending it rather than just like the normal finisher thing that everybody always does.
I think a lot of people are used to the finisher stuff. So yes,
they need to relearn wrestling if that's the case.
We've got some great matches. I'm looking forward to what Revolution is gonna offer, even though there's only one match announced now, which is the main event of Hangman and MJF.
I am actually at a bit of a loss as to where everybody goes from here on in. I think they might do a rematch between Tekla and Statlander.
Possibly, yeah.
I don't know what Tony Storm's going to be doing because...
I don't know, but I am really enjoying the intergender wrestling at the moment.
Hair versus hair. Wheeler Utah lost that mop.
I mean, I'm surprised because I thought Tony Khan was very much against intergender wrestling.
I think he's for it. I don't actually know whether or not he's for it, but I think the real concern is the FCC in America, like the censorship board, and how they might,
Well,
cause problems for him.
Well, I mean, you actually had like Wheeler Yuta like pole driving Tony Storm on this one and stuff. So maybe he's. I really
testing the waters. I think testing the
I
waters.
think they've been doing it very well.
Yeah,
the matches have been very entertaining and very. Yeah. I mean, I don't think they're going to go so far as to have like the Tessa Blanchard type matches.
No.
Where you got Tessa Blanchard fighting. What's
Moose
his name? Moose and what's the big guy's name? The Swolverine. I forgot his name.
Oh,
Brian Cage. People that's just ridiculousness. But yeah, I mean these intergender matches are quite fun.
Yeah. Although, did you see him? Did you hear anything about the Dark show that they did?
Yeah,
the house show
with her fighting John Moxley.
Yeah,
but again, it was still in a tag match situation.
Yeah.
So.
But it was really fun to just see, like, because I saw a couple of clips on it. It was just really fun to just see Tony Storm like really mix it up with some of the bigger lads. That was really fun to see.
Yeah, as long as it's fun and done tongue in cheek.
Yeah, I mean,
quite
it's definitely
stuff.
it's an indie thing, especially when you've got big bloke versus tiny woman. Absolutely,
it's another avenue to get women on the show.
It is, yeah,
in storylines, and I'm all for that because the thing is, you can put people moaned about we got our token women's match now, but the women need meaty storylines.
Yeah, this was the problem with Chris Statlander's reign as champion. I thought match per match, the match quality was fucking excellent.
Yeah,
I thought Tony Storm, Mercedes Moné, Jamie Hayter, all of those were absolutely incredible matches.
Yeah, but there's nothing
story, in between them.
No storyline.
Like, Jamie Hayter's had more of a story with Alex Windsor in recent days.
Yeah, with their pre-tapes, Yeah, looking forward to seeing that tag team duo as well.
Can't believe in the year of our Lord 2026 we saw an EastEnders reference on AEW Dynamite.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not being funny. We had a Mr. Bean one the other year with Orange Cassidy, so...
That is maybe my favourite entrance that I've ever seen live.
But this is the thing. So I'm quite hyped with the AEW stuff. And then when I'm looking at the WWE stuff, I am not impressed at all. I mean, if it wasn't for this podcast, I would probably fast forward most of that crap.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Right. I am going to say something.
I'm going to quickly start with NXT though.
Okay,
because this time last year, NXT was my favourite show. And it is dog shit now. And it's not just me saying it.
Yeah.
To quote Becky Lee. It's not just me saying it.
Sports Illustrated.
Sports Illustrated. Actually, no, not Sports Illustrated. What's the one? What's Meltzer's one?
Yeah, the Wrestling Observer.
The Wrestling Observer newsletter have come out with their 2025 awards now, and NXT is the worst show.
Yeah, and I
totally agree.
I will be honest, Dave. I tried NXT for you. You were really recommending it to me. I think I lasted about 3 weeks.
I think by the time you started though, is when they gutted a lot of the wrestlers and that, and they kind of haven't replenished them.
Yeah. Especially if you look at how many of the men's side have come up, they've lost.
Well, they've gutted a lot, yeah. And I'm very surprised actually because they've gutted a lot of the men's ones, and it's like they haven't really done anything with Obafemi yet, which I'm really annoyed about. He's kind of in a mini feud with Kit Wilson.
Yeah, Kit, that is not who okay. At least when Brock Lesnar came onto the scene, he was against the Hardy Boys, but he was against both of them at the same time. Yeah, exactly. There was a bit of a challenge there. There's no challenge for Obafemi against Kit
you got
Wilson.
that, but I'm being very surprised, actually a positive, Trick Williams.
Yeah.
Because I weren't a big fan of Trick Williams on NXT. He kind of annoyed me. But I really like him on in the SmackDown bit because I think he's inserted himself really well.
I think he actually works better on the bigger show. That is a guy who... His aesthetic and his just aura works better with more people in the arena. Yeah.
Because I really like him. And then you've got Javon Evans, who the wrestling's good. He just annoys me.
Yeah.
He just annoys me when he speaks. He just annoys me. But I mean, other than there's a couple of things I'm enjoying, but for the most part, NXT is rubbish. I'm not interested in after stuff on Raw. There was a box on Raw this week. Don't know what that's about. Don't care.
I'll tell you exactly what that box is. That box is a quick, we have got nothing for Elimination Chamber. what are we going to do?
We're going to put the box in the chamber. Yeah, if they put that box in the chamber, I swear.
I'll tell you this now. I guarantee you, that box is so bland, generic. There could be literally anything in that box. I am guaranteeing you, they don't even know what's going in that box yet themselves.
Probably. No,
that is a mystery box. That kind of
Powerhouse
J.J.
box.
Abrams style mystery box that they don't know what's in it yet, and they'll make something up on the day of Elimination Chamber. And if Powerhouse Hobbs is inside that, I am going to freak out.
There's been a person in there for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Is there? Oh, fuck me.
Could you imagine if you put a black wrestler into a crate like he's a fucking animal? That's gonna you're gonna get destroyed on Twitter.
Oh, mate. I could have just... If it was the 80s, I could imagine what would happen.
Yeah.
Fucking Roddy Piper popping out with blackface or something. You know what I mean?
It's fucking God.
That's the type of shit that would happen, wouldn't it? Oh, what? Yeah. It's just... I think
what's happened to Powerhouse Hobbs? Royce Keys. For those of you who don't know that he was a member of the AEW roster.
I thought you was going to say what's happened to blackface, and I was going to question your I was going to say, Lee, what are you talking about?
No.
I got concerned. I thought you was going to say something terrible. I was like, Lee.
Dave Stevens trying to cancel me.
No. I jest. No, but I mean, honestly, it wouldn't surprise me with WWE if there's something wildly inappropriate in that box.
Oh, well, that's the thing. Royce Keys come out of the Royal Rumble. He hasn't been seen since.
Oh, and he's a great wrestler.
Yeah, how do you debut a guy that the live audience hasn't heard of because they don't get his previous company in that country?
To be honest, I enjoyed watching him in the Rumble, but then I know he's...
I enjoyed watching him in the Rumble, but then I was like, what's going to happen on Raw?
Confused.
What's going to happen on SmackDown? Nothing. That's what happened.
It's like Obafemi came into the Rumble, and this guy... he looked fantastic in the Rumble. I was a big fan of him on NXT. I'm a big fan of him here.
He has the best entrance in wrestling right now, and it's all just a strut.
It's just a strut. No. And he is a beast. He looks like a beast. He moves, he wrestles like he's just going to destroy you. Like, you haven't seen anyone like this guy since Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Like, this guy looks legit.
Do you know what? I actually massively feel sorry right now for Bron Breakker, because I get the feeling the reason why Bron Breakker's been called off in the last few months is because they realise they can't make Bron Breakker into a monster because Obafemi's twice the size of him.
Bron Breakker's injured at the moment as well.
Yeah, hernia.
But
lifting up an announce table.
But they need to sort out what's happening with Obafemi because. Yeah. He looked so strong in that Rumble. Happened on what we've seen him so far, it's not. I mean, is he did he qualify for the Chamber?
Ooh,
has he been in a match for the Chamber?
I know that Cody got through, and then I'm trying to think of who else was in it. Tell you what, we've got the Elimination Chamber coming up. I'll have a look at it
because we got. I think Cody.
Vamp. We need Yeah.
I'm just trying to think because we've got Cody. I know we've got Cody.
Right. So at the minute, it is Orton, LA Knight, Cody Rhodes, Javon Evans, and to be determined. So maybe he's going to be the 6th entry.
I think they're doing a match though, aren't they? Next week for the last one. I don't think it was announced.
Was he not announced for that?
No.
Do you know who is in it?
I can't remember.
Because having a look at that, I can't remember.
Bronson Reed. I know it's Bronson Reed is one of them. So, yeah.
Bronson Reed, a guy who got more out of Roman Reigns than Bron Breakker did.
Yeah. So, I mean, we got how many we got for the women's? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're still waiting for it to determine for the women's one.
I imagine it will be a Becky Lynch or somebody. It don't sound like it's going to be Bianca Belair because it sounds like Bianca Belair is still going to be but that freak accident she's had to me. And I know it's probably not going to be as bad as Adam Cole's, but it really feels like an Adam Cole style injury where it's like a small thing happened, a small bone has broken, but they can't figure out how to make it better.
So what I've heard is so she busted up her finger, and it's like healed up and everything, but what it is she can't bend her finger.
Yeah.
Which means she'll just break it again if she wrestles because she can't bend her finger. So I think she's undergoing surgery again to sort it out, but so hopefully she gets it sorted.
Whew, yeah, because that would be an absolute shame if she's missed like all of this time.
Cut it off.
Cut it off.
Cut it off.
Just out with a meat cleaver.
Put me in, coach. Cut it off. No, but I mean, honestly, Obafemi. Sorry to keep going back to Obafemi, but they need to do something big at WrestleMania with Obafemi, and I'm scared that they're gonna.
It's gonna be like a squash match against a completely irrelevant opponent.
Oh, just why is he not in the mix? Why is he not in that chamber?
I know, yeah, like. Because they kept doing the same fucking thing with Braun Strowman. It's like, right, okay, so the plan isn't for Braun Strowman to win, so we're not going to have him in there at all. Yeah. Instead of coming up with creative reasons for why he's not going to win, for why he gets taken out, they just keep him away from it. Which I think is cowardly booking, and worse than that, boring booking.
They could have put him in the chamber. They didn't need... I mean, he don't need to win the chamber. You don't need to win the chamber.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing that I'm looking at this Elimination Chamber card. I've seen the name and I've got to get something off my chest. I know a lot of people thought that CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. I know they thought that promo was, promo of the year. This is going to be like one of the biggest WrestleMania events ever.
It was a good promo.
The problem I've got with their feud right now is that it's all based on the most petty bullshit imaginable. Oh, I don't like you because you said something about me on a podcast over 7 years ago, and WWE are retconning the whole of the last 7 years of WWE to say that, that's the reason why the crowd turned against Roman Reigns. No other reason. Not the existence of Daniel Bryan. Not the fact that they kept pushing Roman Reigns down everybody's throats. The fact that Vince McMahon kept writing him the worst promos imaginable.
Yeah.
Like, none of this shit was to do with CM Punk. I was quite locked into professional wrestling at this point. And yes, the Punk podcast was a thing, but it was a minor thing when you consider the never-ending feud with Brock Lesnar that they just kept replaying match after match after match for.
I think, I enjoyed that promo. Trouble is, I don't care about the match. I don't care about it. To me, I don't think... So this is the main event of WrestleMania. This is probably what's going to go on last on night 2, I would imagine. Is that the biggest match WWE can put on, do you think?
I don't think so at all.
I don't think so.
No. And I certainly don't think that this is one of the biggest, top 5 WrestleMania main events of all time.
If they would have carried on the momentum from that Royal Rumble, Obafemi would have been a big name.
Yeah, absolutely. He would have been. Put Obafemi in there with Roman Reigns.
I mean, I know he's injured now, but why didn't they... If Bron Breakker won that Royal Rumble...
Yeah. I definitely feel like Bron Breakker versus Roman Reigns, that was the match for me personally if he was still healthy. Because you've got spear versus spear then.
Yeah.
And you can actually do that. You can build the match around that. That is some good old-fashioned wrestling booking. Some real booking with some hair on its chest.
But I mean, you could have had the Obafemi Cody Rhodes rematch. Mm-hmm. What a match that would have been.
Obafemi Cody Rhodes rematch, and this time we get a proper fucking winner.
Yeah.
Instead of them staring awkwardly at each other and then walking away.
For the title, 1-on-1. And he could have gone on a tear between now and then.
Yeah.
Matched over. I mean, I'm more interested to watch Drew McIntyre than this match.
Yeah.
I think Drew McIntyre deserves to be at the...
Oh, that was the other thing that really pissed me off. They're going to fucking bury Drew McIntyre. CM Punk is going to bury Drew McIntyre after Drew McIntyre carried him on his back through that feud that they had.
I know.
Where he had an incredible social media game. He had brilliant promos. And what did CM Punk do? He introduced a fucking bracelet into the proceedings.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, Drew McIntyre is... I want to see Drew McIntyre's match over that match.
Drew McIntyre, since that match as well, he hasn't been quite the same, but you can sort of see it now. He's trying to get back into gear, and I really want to see Drew McIntyre working at 5th gear for this, because he is, I thought for a while he was second only to Kevin Owens in this company.
I mean, unfortunately, I think Finn Balor's going to lose to CM Punk at this Chamber match. I think it's a given.
Yeah.
But I would much rather watch Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns.
Yeah. They've got a match in the past, and it had one of the worst endings in WWE match
is that the one where he
history.
fell off the turnbuckle?
Yeah, that's the one where he fell off the turnbuckle and started flopping around like a fish.
Yeah.
And if he has an actual legit match where he is the, he's the underdog against Roman Reigns, none of the Judgment Day are around him. They've all been taken out. They're like they've been locked up in the back or something, and it's just Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns, and he has to do like the David versus Goliath thing. I think that's a fantastic match idea.
Yeah, I mean, looking at towards WrestleMania at the moment, I'm just not excited
because, CM Punk and Roman Reigns, one of them is extremely fragile in his body. The other one only wrestles about 4 times a year. So this match is going to be incredibly limited physically.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it at all.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to it at all.
And I don't also think we're going to see Roman Reigns again.
Until nearer the time.
We're not
seeing any build up to it.
We might not see Roman Reigns again until the go home show for WrestleMania.
Exactly.
He ain't got nothing to do with Elimination Chamber at the minute.
No.
Yeah.
And to be honest, and then what we got on the women's side?
The women's side, ooh.
Because we have Liv Morgan won the Royal Rumble.
Yep.
So I think we're probably leaning to her and Stephanie Vaquer.
Yep.
Which might be fun. It might be entertaining, but it's nowhere near in the echelon as Bianca Belair versus Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be nowhere near as good as that, is it?
No, and I would really love it if Stephanie Vaquer was the kind of star that she deserves to be. But unfortunately, that's impossible because they stuck with Nikki fucking Bella for Christ knows how long.
They did. And they keep making her cut Mexican promos recently as well. Now I know her English is limited, but she was getting really good. She was cutting.
Yeah.
But
sorry, I thought for a second you were thinking that Liv Morgan was cutting.
No. But she's not. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with a Mexican promo. Don't get me wrong. I'm not. But when it comes to WWE, they don't have any subtitles. I don't speak Spanish.
No, they have to have Dom translate it
but even her. Then, but he's translating to Liv Morgan. But the rest of it, I don't know what they're saying.
Yeah,
it's. I don't mind when they cut a promo and then they'll say a couple of lines at the end, like in Spanish for the crowd and Mexican. But like the whole segment. I mean, I understand it when it's like El Grande Americano because that's the point of it. It's comedy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's speaking Spanish in a very bad German accent. Do you know what I mean?
Don't leave. So
not that we know who Americano is. Either of them. There's 2 people. I don't know who they are. It's a mystery.
Yeah. I think it's one person just going very fast back and forth.
I think it's the Bella Twins.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. But I had to figure out what they were saying by watching Wrestle Talk's review of it this morning, and it's like, don't leave Ollie Davis Spanish translation for me to figure out what your women's champion is saying.
Yeah,
at the very least, it was it pre-taped? It was pre-taped, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Then put subtitles down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Give me an idea of what this person is saying because yes, very good expressions, excellent tone of voice. I can tell she's pissed off. I can tell that she's angry.
But let me know what she's saying.
We don't know the details. That's what this is about. We need the details.
And I think they need to give her more credit because she can speak English. Mm-hmm. Even if it's half English, half Spanish.
Yeah.
Even if it's like she says something and then she gets angry and switches into Spanish when she's getting riled up.
Mm.
But you got to give her something. It's especially on a pre-tape when you can put subtitles. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know.
If it's live in the middle of the ring, fine, sure. But even then, on the YouTube replays,
but they can be bothered to give the Japanese girls subtitles when they're speaking English. They still put subtitles on it, don't they? Sometimes. Jesus
Christ, yeah.
Just because of their accents.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Not everyone's. A lot of Americans probably do speak Spanish, especially because they probably learn it at school, didn't they, as a second language. But I don't speak Spanish. Baxter speaks Spanish, but I don't. Okay? There's a reference.
Is that the girl who goes into the jungle and explores? It's Dora the Explorer.
Anchorman,
right?
Baxter.
Yeah,
I don't speak Spanish,
yeah.
Baxter.
Been a good long time since I saw that movie, I tell you.
But yeah, I'm not excited for this. I'm not excited for these chamber matches either. Really,
nah.
I'm not.
And think about how good Chamber was last year.
It was a good show.
It was probably the best thing that WWE did all year.
But another thing I want to touch on: LA Knight.
Yeah.
Then he's not going to win that chamber.
Nope.
But he's the crowd favourite.
Yeah.
By a long mile, he's the crowd favourite.
I can genuinely see the crowd. LA Knight has to be slunk off to the side or something like that. When he gets pinned, it can't be Cody because I think the crowd will turn on him. You have to have him be pinned by Randy Orton, and it has to happen in a way that's something memorable happened before he got pinned. Something memorable happened after he got pinned, and neither of those two things have to involve LA Knight.
Yeah,
because you've got to make sure that the crowd forget that he's there.
Yeah, or whether the TBD heel is they're going to put in.
Yeah. I mean, could you imagine if they actually have LA Knight win? They put him in a match against Drew McIntyre for the title, and then they just have to do whatever match they were going to do with Cody. Maybe that's maybe they make the Raw main event a triple threat.
Well, I mean, I thought they was going to make... Oh, yeah, because LA Knight's on Raw. Is he now? No, LA Knight's on SmackDown. No, he's on Raw.
Is he on Raw?
He was on Raw this week.
Right, okay.
Yeah, well, I don't think they're not going to... They're not going to make the Raw main event. But mind you, I'm pretty sure he was on SmackDown not long ago as well. So yeah, I would like to see LA Knight get his flowers, to be honest, because he's clearly the crowd. The crowd want LA Knight. He gets he gets bigger pops that apart from Cody Rhodes.
Yeah,
he gets a bigger pops than any of those men. That's what I mean. That's just I'm not excited for this chamber.
No. Would you, in any way, shape, or form, want to see Randy Orton?
Main event WrestleMania?
Yeah.
No.
Not
at this point.
I am baffled by the amount of people I see online, and so they're a bit younger than I am. They've grown up more with the PG era and the NXT era. But so many influencers that I have seen are absolutely adamant that you got to give Randy Orton another belt. You've got to put him against Cody. He's got to win against Cody, and he's got to have that belt for at least 6 months. I am baffled by those people.
I'm just confused because to me, I just don't see what the big last year, the big match. If you would have said, we're going to put two people together at WrestleMania, and you went, okay, Cody Rhodes and John Cena, that was the biggest match.
Yeah, that was
easily the biggest match. Turned out to be a turd, but it was the big going in. That was the star match.
Could have been good. Could have been good if they decided to keep John Cena.
Yeah, but if you would have said, right, we're going to put two names in the main event. Who are our biggest names? John Cena, Cody Rhodes. Who are the biggest two names now? Because apparently, according to WWE, it's Roman Reigns and CM Punk.
Genuinely, I think if you're going to do anything, and I think they might be holding off of this for next year because I think that the Crown Prince would absolutely love this to be the main event of his WrestleMania. But I think if you're going to have Roman Reigns versus The Rock, I think you've got to do it now. I think that's genuinely the only thing that can, because one of the things that has been up with this WrestleMania, ticket sales are apparently 30% down from what they've been previously.
Oh, have you heard apparently what they've done to all the local businesses?
Yeah.
So apparently, within 50-mile radius, they have stopped all venues from doing watch parties and stuff.
Yep. Stopped all venues from broadcasting WrestleMania while it is on to try and drum up more business.
Now, considering the city of Las Vegas pays for WrestleMania to bring in the tourists, and now the tourists who aren't actually going to the show can't do anything. It's just terrible, isn't it?
Oh.
It's just terrible.
Right. Do you know what they've done this week? And apparently it is 1 week only.
No.
They have taken down the WrestleMania prices by a full 25%.
What, just for 1 week?
Just for 1 week. And you know how much tickets how much it is to sit in the gods right now while it's 25% off?
No.
$775.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? That's for one night, I
Yeah,
suppose.
500 British pounds for the seats, what I like to call the rim ticklers, the ones that are closest to the back, the ones that if you put your hand out behind you, you could tickle the rim of the
the
stadium.
first All-In, the seats up there for that sort of distance were £35.
Yep.
For the first AEW.
That's fucking appropriate. That is appropriate. Because I'm sorry, we are in a cost of living crisis. The events, and this isn't just for professional wrestling, this is for fucking everything now. Events pricing has gotten out of control.
Well, it's going to bust because people can't afford that.
No.
People can't afford that. Let's be honest. I mean, apparently to go to Las Vegas, it's just expensive now anyway.
Yeah, it's like they have been on a decline year over year over year because the prices keep going up and people simply can't afford to go there. But because less people are going there, the prices then have to raise because that's the only way these businesses are making money.
Yeah.
Further putting people off from going there.
I remember a few years back, was it like Clash in the Castle or something?
Yeah.
You said about going there. And then we looked and it was like £500 for the cheapest ticket.
Yeah.
And we was like, well, I ain't going to Cardiff and spending that money to watch
fucking
that.
Train ticket. The train ticket's going to be like £80.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you'd have to stay there, most likely.
Yep. I've gotten on an overnight train from London to Cardiff once, and it was one of the worst ideas of my entire life.
So you'd have to stay there. It's just not worth it, is it? Nah. Buy an AEW ticket, you'll have a better time.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I know this sounds tribalistic, but they are appropriately priced. You get an incredible show for the 4 matches that WWE gives you on most of its pay-per-views now, because this has been 4 matches per PLE for the last 2 PLEs.
You get about 12 on AEW.
Yeah, you get more than 10.
You get like a 8-match card with like a 3-match pre-show.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you, and there will be time for you to take. People say that there's not much room in between AEW matches to have a piss. There's bound to be something on that show that you're not personally into.
I managed to get to the toilet and back before the next match starts.
Yeah.
If you go when the bell rings, before bell to bell, you've got plenty of time.
Absolutely.
And if you see a drum kit coming out, you know Chris Jericho's going to sing for a bit, so you're good.
So you run, and you run because you know everybody else is walking.
You know everyone else is going to go, yeah. Or they could put a Britt Baker match on. I'm being mean now. I'm being mean. Let's be honest. I've never seen a movement of people like that when we went to Wembley and that Britt Baker match was about to start.
Right, and that Britt Baker match was bad. It was the last thing that she was involved in. Probably the worst match.
I'm pretty sure she's been on telly since, isn't she?
I think that's been the last time she's been on. Oh,
she might have been on.
She had a Barney because a Will Ospreay MJF thing went on long, and she was complaining that how come they get all this time and the women don't get all that time, and it's like. And she just absolutely went off on one about it. And I don't think she's been seen since.
Well, to be honest, Will Ospreay and MJF are probably paying most of the roster's wages at the moment.
At the minute I have got
There's a reason MJF is champion again. It's because all their metrics go up when he's a champion.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it's just, that's it.
And this, I think, already has been... Well, no, actually, I do think that his previous reign gets shat on a bit too much. I feel like there was problems with it, certainly.
I thought his reign was fantastic.
Yeah.
I loved that reign. I had some of the best matches ever on that reign.
And don't get me wrong, there was at least one match that he had with Jay White that was not very good whatsoever.
I don't even remember that one.
People have a tendency to just remember that one and completely disregard the rest of it.
I'm not being
which
funny.
Is not
probably the best Iron Man match I've ever seen.
Yes.
With him and thing. He had a strap match with CM Punk.
Yep. Dog collar match, yeah.
Dog collar match. Or was that a dog collar match?
Yeah, it was dog collar match.
Yeah, that's the best dog collar match I've ever seen.
They need to get back to doing the dog collar matches, man. I seriously believe that the final match between Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland needs to be dog collar. They need to bring that one back.
But I mean, speaking of MJF, you had the main event of All In with Adam Cole was great fun. Probably not the greatest match ever, but it was fun. And you had that, but you also had the match on the pre-show as well. So you had the run through.
The show was bookended by MJF. And it's one of the best nights of wrestling we've ever seen.
Exactly, one of the best nights of wrestling.
We absolutely loved.
Great fun.
Yeah.
You know. And then, I mean, I know he weren't champion, but he had a great match with Will Ospreay at the last show at Wembley.
Yep. I will say, I would like it if the main event at Wembley was not a replay of Ospreay and MJF.
No?
No, I would like it if we got another thing. I would like it if we
But how is Will Ospreay going to win the World Championship at All In if he's not fighting MJF?
Because I think that MJF between now and All In should lose it. Yeah. Okay. I think he should lose it like Double or Nothing or something.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know to who. I don't know to who.
Oh, so who would you like to see Will Ospreay fight in the main event?
Well, ultimately, yes, I am going to say it. I know that this is very unlikely. I would like it to be AJ Styles.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, that was honestly when he picked up his gloves from the ring after teasing his retirement and then putting the gloves down, going to leave them in the ring, and then picking them up afterwards again. I was like, there's something here.
So that would mean AJ Styles would have to join AEW, win the World Championship, and then carry it to All In.
Yeah.
Don't know.
I imagine AJ Styles versus MJF would be a hell of a Double or Nothing main event. That's all I'm saying.
Well, what about Carl Fletcher versus...
Carl Fletcher, that's a fucking fantastic.
I better give the belt to Carl Fletcher.
A man who right now, I am absolutely all for that. Carl Fletcher versus MJF at Double or Nothing. Carl Fletcher winning.
I mean, I think the fact that Will Ospreay is injured at the moment, Carl Fletcher is possibly one of the best wrestlers in the world.
I think last year, Will Ospreay had banger after banger after banger in the first half of 2025, and I think that Carl Fletcher right now, with the matches he's been having, on pace to be exactly the same.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we are firmly on our road to WrestleMania. Firmly on our road to Revolution.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I did do a thumbnail of WrestleMania versus Revolution. I think Revolution is going to be the better show.
I mean, considering how much more invested we are in AEW right now, how just this downturn of WWE's creative, how the last year has just completely exposed the current creative regime.
And the thing is, I mean, and you look to the future as well. I mean, looking at NXT at the moment, there's no one on NXT who I think is going to come up and make an impact.
Nah.
I like Ethan Page.
Mm-hmm.
I think he should be brought up and he's and Chelsea Greensack should be on telly.
Yeah.
I would thoroughly enjoy that. But I don't see anyone.
Right, so when it comes to Ethan Page, I really like him, but he's got a level. He's got a ceiling.
Yeah.
He is very much that Grayson Waller, Miz, comedy mid-card heel act. He can be world champion in NXT, but I don't ever see him holding it.
I feel the same about Ricky Starks as well. I don't see Ricky Starks making a big splash when he gets on the roster,
I would love him to. I get the feeling that, because he's friends with Cody Rhodes, I get the feeling that Cody Rhodes is going to give him a massive boost. I feel like that's going to happen, but I just don't...
I feel the only person on that NXT roster at the moment is Sol Ruka.
Yeah.
Is the only person that's going to... And to be honest, I don't think she's going to be on NXT for much longer.
Nope.
They'll probably give her a run with the championship and then push her up.
They need to start bringing people from the main roster down to NXT, but do so in a way where it doesn't feel like it's a demotion. Because that roster's gotten so thin.
Why didn't they put someone like Kit Wilson?
Yeah.
Why didn't Kit Wilson go down? That gimmick would have played really well on the
absolutely,
NXT.
Yeah. You could have Karrion Kross. Why did you, instead of firing Karrion Kross, put him on NXT? Give especially if you're getting rid of Obafemi, that's another massive heel for people to fight against.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I should put a few people down. There are a few people that could go down and do quite well. But, It is what it is, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, so I feel like, yeah, I'm just really down on. It's just been a bit of a downer one. I'm really high on AEW. AEW, especially with Cole Fletcher. I think Tommaso Ciampa has been fantastic.
AEW's start to 2026 has been like off to the races.
I mean, my wife didn't like it. My wife was like, "Who's this guy?" And then he won the championship. She's like, "It's ridiculous." And I'm like, "But no one's actually done that in AEW. Won the championship, so it had to happen at some point."
Yeah.
But I mean, apparently the Iconics have signed with AEW.
That was in the house show. That was in the dark matches that they did.
A few months back, I would have thought, what the fuck is this all about? But because there's a women's tag team championship now, right, yes, get a tag team, a proper tag team in, a recognised tag team. Good. Instead of keep putting the single stars together, let's get some tag teams.
And honestly, when it comes to AEW, so many people are great with the in-ring. I genuinely believe it gives you a little bit of variety to have somebody who's not the greatest in-ring competitors, but have got excellent personality for gimmicks.
You need it. So I'm looking forward to seeing them when they eventually turn up. But so I'm looking. The thing is, I'm hopeful for AEW's future. They've signed some few people, which by and large I think are quite. I mean, apart from that, what's his name? That is it, Dave?
Dave Finlay.
The one who
Mark Davis.
Not Mark Davis, the one that they signed to tag with him.
Jake something.
Yeah. So they tagged. Unfortunately, he's got injured.
Yeah.
But it looks like there's been quite a few signings for AEW. I'm looking forward to what's happening. We've had Private Party return.
Yeah.
Which might be a good thing. I don't know.
I think some of these returns might be because he's eyeing up another ROH deal.
Maybe.
Because let's face it, that roster, it doesn't really need It's bloated as it is. It's bloated as it is. It don't need more bloating.
Yeah. So we'll see. So, but I'm hopeful for AEW. WWE is kind of sucking at the moment. Yeah. But should we get onto some Wrestle Club, because we haven't done?
Oh Christ! Wrestle Club. Jesus.
I am trying to remember what we recommended. I think did you recommend to me Shawn Michaels and Undertaker?
That was it. Yes.
I can't remember if I watched it again or not. It was a few weeks back now.
You had a month, Dave.
I can't remember if I did. If I watched it, it was a month ago, straight away. So what did I recommend to you? Did I recommend a Rumble match?
Yeah, I think that was a gimmick, wasn't it? That we were going with last time. Let's have a look at the playlist.
Yeah, if you go onto our playlist, I can tell you. I think it might have been a wrestling match. No, I think it was a Royal Rumble. I'm not sure.
Where's
Wrestle Club? It was there. Oh no, it was a tag team. It was the Hardy Boys versus Dudley Boys tag team tables match.
Yeah. I don't remember watching it, but I know I watched it when I got home after we went to the pub.
You must have seen this match.
Yeah, I've
surely.
seen this match plenty.
It's probably one of the best tag. It's the first ever tag team table match. What a great match it is.
Just Jesus Christ, look at this, yeah. Jeff comes out of nowhere.
Those the last ones. I mean, to be honest, we've seen these matches many times anyway, and it was a month ago since we recommended them. Hopefully you watched them and enjoyed them.
Yeah.
But I am going to recommend, as we're on the road to Revolution, and I'm a mark, I'm going to recommend, because I think this popped up on the AEW YouTube channel in the last week or so, and it is the Sting's retirement match. Sting and Darby Allin versus the Young Bucks.
Absolutely. Oh, yes. What a match. What an incredible match. And I thought that I would, because it's Elimination Chamber, I thought I'd make you go back and watch the original Elimination Chamber match at New Year's Revolution.
Oh, the one that John Cena won?
No.
And then Edge came out?
Nope. The first one?
The first one at a Survivor Series with Rob Van Dam and Shawn Michaels won it.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels. I'm pretty sure that
was a Survivor Series.
Was that a Survivor Series? I thought it was New Year's Revolution.
No, New Year's Revolution was the... You're talking about the first ever chamber match that had Shawn Michaels, Rob Van Dam...
List of Elimination Chamber. Oh no,
Survivor
it was the Survivor Series
2022, yeah.
Right, okay, yeah.
Triple H, Booker T, Jericho, Kane, and Rob Van Dam, and Shawn Michaels. Yeah, see, I know my history. You're recommending that one? Yep, great match. Great match, that one. I remember that one very well.
I genuinely believe that it took them years and years to top that match.
Yeah. I mean, that was the one where Shawn Michaels had the bad haircut and the shit pants.
Yeah.
If I remember rightly. Yeah.
Do you know what? I've never understood why people were so, like, up in arms about the fact that he wore brown. I just, like, he's from the South. That's what they wear.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, the haircut was more egregious than the trousers.
What was the haircut? God, Shawn Michaels Elimination Chamber. Let's have a look.
Oh dear.
Haircut.
He's googling Shawn Michaels at Elimination Chamber.
Because I'm just a little bit like,
look here. Looks like fucking He-Man.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I see it now. Yeah,
it was in that in-between phase where it's long and short. You know,
he looks like he's tried to straighten it with a pair of his sister's hair straighteners.
Been there. Been there, I'll tell you that. Yeah, it's a naughty haircut.
Well, at least you ain't like...
I wouldn't mind that outfit was in a video game.
Oh, was it?
That made it into a video game. It was 2002, so it was probably a SmackDown versus...
Actually, now that I look at it...
or it was like Here Comes the Pain or something like that.
Yeah, now that I actually look at it, this is... Yeah, this
the
is
gear,
actually pretty bad.
He's talking about the brown gear.
Yeah, it's sort of skin tight and brown, and it's just got like HBK written in.
It looks like the bottom of
lettering.
It looks like the bottom of an urukai. Looks like an urukai's legs.
Oh my god,
it's terrible.
All right, well, we've got our recommendations, and I think, Dave, the only thing left to do after that is to give people their instructions.
I might get them instructed them, or are you going to instruct them?
Oh, you give them the instructions.
Well, we're going to be... We'll be back in 2 weeks. Don't worry, you're not going to have to wait another month for this bullshit. But until then, you, Lee, and everybody out there, and me, we can all just fuck off.